This book was terrible, a waste of my time. Nothing but lies and techniques on how to lie, a liar's craft. Well, to be fair, I didn't really know what mentalism was as I was getting into this. It turns out it's just another branch of magic, like magic tricks. So it's basically just a book of magic tricks. And when you're doing magic, when you're performing magic tricks, I mean, the whole point of a magic trick is the deception part of it, the misdirection, the illusion. So if you're interested in, magic tricks and creating illusions to make people think that you know how to read minds and tell the future, well, this is an excellent book for you. On the other hand, if you're more like me and you're seeking philosophical and psychological insights, then this book is a no-no. And that's basically why this book was such a disappointment, because that's what I was expecting. I mean, that's what I'm all about. It's the reason why I got this book. You'll see my other videos, that's what I do. That's, it's all about philosophical analysis, philosophical insight. So after a few pages of reading it and realizing what this book was, I decided, no, I'm not gonna be disappointed. I'm not gonna let this be a useless read. I'm gonna do with it like I do with everything else in life, and I'm going to extract the philosophical principles that I thought it would have, but it didn't. So here it is. This is a philosophical analysis or a book review on 13 Steps to Mentalism. First of all, the reason why I thought this book was so annoying, I mean, just imagine you're a little kid, right? You believe in Santa Claus, and somebody tells you, hey, you just won a free trip to the North Pole, and you're so excited. You're so excited to finally go to the North Pole. You get that chance to go to the North Pole, and you're going to meet Santa Claus for the first time in your life, and it's gonna be so great. And then on the day of the trip, you go to the North Pole, which is actually an office in LA, and you meet Santa Claus, and it turns out that he's just, an old guy in a suit that works seasonally, and you look at all the elves, you meet all the elves, and they're all getting dressed, and you just realize that the whole thing is fake. Or imagine, you go to Disneyland, right? But instead of seeing a show with Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, you see how everybody takes off their suit and reveals that none of those characters are actually real. You're gonna be pissed. And so this is what this was. All the spiritual things that you thought were real, that that people do, conjuring and seances, it just takes you behind the scenes behind all of that. And you realize that it's all fake. So conclusion being, this is an excellent book to demystify yourself if you believe in the tooth fairy and palm reading, tarot cards, and ghosts, if you believe in ghosts, if you believe in crystal balls and essential oils and what have you. This is an excellent book to demystify yourself from all of that, or at least challenge those beliefs or critically analyze them. So if you're looking to demystify yourself or challenge your spiritual beliefs, then go ahead, please read this book, because it will give you a million ways in which one can make it seem like they have those abilities, or like that phenomena really does happen when it really does not. And you will actually recognize these methods as common. You'll recognize it, and you'll think twice about the abilities that some of these abilities that people may have. Now, this is not to say that spirits aren't real or that these types of things never happen, but more often than not, it's a lie. And there's a million ways to go and lie about it. Which brings me to my next point, why I hate the premise of this book. Well, basically, the whole point of the book is to make people think that you can read minds, that you can do these things, that you can tell the future, but when you really can't. And as I was reading through the tricks, it was like the author was telling me, oh, I can read minds by cheating. Oh, I am completely blindfolded, except I'm not. Oh, I can tell you your future, but I really can't. And the thing is that I genuinely believe that there are situations in a person's life where these things are actually legitimate. Like when you make a deep connection with somebody and you just know what they're feeling or what they're thinking, or when you can actually read somebody's body language and you can actually confirm what they are feeling or thinking, and it's actually right, when you actually have that deep perception. Well, no. This book is not about that. This book is about making people believe that you can do that when you really can't. This book is about pretending that you can actually do that. And my question is, why? Like what's the point? It's like if you bought a book on 1,000 ways to make people believe that you're rich. You know, it's not a book about actually getting rich or obtaining financial freedom or satisfaction. No. If you're too lazy for that, you could just make yourself look like you're rich. Why do you want to go through all the trouble of getting rich when you can just pretend that you're rich? Why are you so vain? Like what's the point? Like, why are you so vain? And that's what I felt this book was about. You know, it doesn't really teach you how to read body language or anything useful like that. It just teaches you ways to make people believe that you can do that when you really can't. And I mean, I was hoping to learn some cool psych tricks, and I didn't even get that. So that's just what I felt as I was beginning to read it. Now, I know, I'm missing the point. I'm being unreasonably practical in interpreting this book when the whole point of it is just entertainment. But that's just how I felt as I was slowly realizing what the book was really about. And, you know, really it's my bad because I really didn't know what the book was about when I got it. But now that I've made that point, there was actually some valuable things that I did learn from that book. Now, this video was the critique on it. The next video is going to be the praises, the kudos that I give this book from a philosophical and analytical standpoint. Alright, so this is what the book looks like. There it is from the back. So if you get the book, this is what you're going to get. Also, if you take off the cover, interesting, if you take off the cover, it kind of looks like a hymnal or a Bible. Actually, when I was reading through this, oftentimes people would assume I'm reading the Bible. They would ask me to read a passage for them or something. I think this is the reason why they call it the Mentalist Bible, because of how it looks, right? And what you get is this. Let's see, that's step 10. Step 10 has to do with card tricks. And what you'll usually see is just a bunch of, you know, there's the introduction, but mostly it's just particular tricks that you can learn and perform yourself. Sometimes it gives you the effect, the name of the trick, it gives you the effect, and it gives you the method, effect, preparation, presentation, it gives you all of that. And you'll just go through like different steps like this. Let's see what else is there in here. Step 9, medium mystic stunts, so it's like things that mediums do. Step 8 is two-person telepathy. There's blindfolds and x-rays, so it teaches you a bunch of tricks with the blindfolds and stuff. So yeah, so there's like, you know, all the different steps are in here. It's just a bunch of tricks.